Where is Lamar Jackson headed? I am Will Scott. You are watching NFL Daily. On today's show, we're going to be breaking down the top 10 Lamar Jackson trade destinations. But first, I want to hear from you down in the comments. Where is Lamar going to play in 2023? Let me know down in the comments section. Where do you think Lamar is going to play in 2023? Because he has requested a trade from the Baltimore Ravens, taking to Twitter earlier this week to publicly announce that he has requested a trade, saying, in regards to my future plans, as of March 2nd, I request a trade from the Ravens organization, for which the Ravens have not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that has met me or been around me know I love the game of football, and my dream is to help a team win a Super Bowl. So, pretty shocking Twitter announcement. Earlier, Lamar Jackson saying he wants out of Baltimore. So if he leaves Baltimore, where could he be headed? We'll begin with our list here, starting at number 10 with the Miami Dolphins. And I don't think the Dolphins are a realistic landing spot for Lamar Jackson. They have been linked a lot, but I'll say this. They have a good quarterback right now, Tua Tagovailoa. Some people might not say that, but Tua, when healthy, was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. They have committed to Tua. They've picked up his fifth-year option. Mike McDaniel, Chris Greer, they've both said he's the guy. And I believe him. I do think Tua's going to be the guy. But I feel like Lamar Jackson might want to be a Dolphin. You saw last offseason, he liked a couple tweets about him coming to Miami. He's from Miami, grew up in South Florida. So it makes some sense for Lamar wanting to join a team that has a lot of talent. He's from there. But I don't know if it makes sense for the Dolphins, which is why they're number 10 on this list and not higher. But the reason they're on this list is because Lamar has expressed interest in the past about maybe playing for the Dolphins. He's from there. But that's they're not higher on this list because they've committed to Tua Tagovailoa. The Niners also probably kind of an unrealistic possibility, but at the same time, they have concerns with their quarterback situation because of Brock Purdy's health. Not sure if he's going to be ready to roll. They have an opportunity to land Lamar Jackson. They might take it. And the Niners, no doubt, if they somehow landed Lamar Jackson, would be the clear Super Bowl favorites. If they could somehow get a deal done, they'd have to ship a bunch of future first-round picks out to the Ravens for this to happen. But the Ravens would be, or I should say the Niners would be, the Super Bowl favorites this next year and for years to come if they can land Lamar Jackson when you consider all the talent they have on that football team. I mean, they went to the NFC Championship game with a third-string, seventh-round rookie quarterback. So that says a lot about the talent that San Francisco has. Imagine Lamar Jackson on that team. The New York Jets are number 8. And the reason they're not higher is because they're all in on Aaron Rodgers. They've made all these moves, hiring Nathaniel Hackett, signing Al Lazard, signing McCole Hardman. They've made all these moves to try to impress Aaron Rodgers, get him to New York, and Rodgers, to their credit, has said that he wants to be a Jet, but there's no deal done yet. The Packers apparently want more than the Jets are willing to give them, and I do feel like if this continues to drag out, the Jets should pivot to Lamar Jackson, pivot away, move away from Aaron Rodgers, because if you trade for Aaron Rodgers, yeah, you're not going to have to give up as much trade for Jackson probably, but you're probably only going to have Aaron Rodgers for a year or two. Lamar Jackson can be your guy for the next 5 to 10 years, and at this point, he might be the better quarterback. So the Jets should consider pivoting if this Aaron Rodgers drama continues to drag out. Coming at number 7, major dark horse, but a team that has the capital to get this done. It's the Houston Texans. Now, the Texans right now have the number 2 overall pick and the number 12 overall pick. That might be enough to land Lamar Jackson in a trade with the Ravens. Now, should the Texans trade number 2 and number 12 for Lamar? Y for yes and for no. Let me know what you think the Texans should do. I'll say this. I would not trade 2 and 12, but if you can hold on to 2 and trade number 12 and a first-round pick next year for Lamar Jackson, which wouldn't even be your own pick. You could just trade the next 2 Cleveland picks that you have. That'd be pretty intriguing if you're the Texans here, because what if you're sold on Bryce Young, but you know Bryce Young is going number one, and you're not sold on Stroud or Richardson or Levis, then Lamar Jackson is out there and remains available. And it's not often that you have a chance to acquire a franchise quarterback, a proven franchise quarterback, an MVP in Lamar Jackson. So we just mentioned how the Texans have a lot of draft capital. If you're looking for NFL draft content, show it by subscribing to our new NFL draft channel, youtube.com/chatNFL. Putting out a lot more content on there, so be sure to subscribe. That sublink is in the comments and the description of this video. We're about a month away from the NFL draft. Get ready for it by subscribing to our NFL draft channel at youtube.com/chatNFL. Moving on to number 6 on our list, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have somewhat of a question mark at the quarterback position. Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask are going to battle it out. But if you're the Bucs, would you rather have Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask or Lamar Jackson? Pretty easy answer to that question. I don't expect the Bucs to heavily pursue Lamar, but they should, which is why I have them at number 6 on my list here. And number 5. They were at number 5 when this day started. They're number 5 now. The New England Patriots. These rumors have been heating up after this. Shout out Meek Mill. Albert Breer saying Patriots owner Robert Kraft said his friend Meek Mill texted him 3 or 4 days ago saying Lamar Jackson wanted to come to New England. Kraft responded that it would be Bill Belichick's decision. So Lamar apparently wants to be a New England Patriot. And if it is up to Bill Belichick, you got to make this move. Because I just don't understand how you can be sold on Mac Jones. And, Mac has shown his flashes. He had a good rookie year, not as good this past year. But Lamar Jackson and the Patriots, you're a Super Bowl contender. You're not that right now with Mac Jones. In my opinion, you're clearly the 4th best team in that division, behind the Bills with Josh Allen, behind the Dolphins with Tua, behind the Jets with probably Aaron Rodgers. So you had an opportunity to go out and get Lamar Jackson. He wants to be a Patriot. New England should absolutely inquire about Lamar Jackson. They cannot let Mac Jones be the reason that they don't go after Lamar Jackson. I kind of feel the same way about the Washington Commanders because they've said that Sam Howell is their guy. Why? Like, you have an opportunity to go get Lamar Jackson from right down the road in Baltimore. I mean, you should 100% do this. And the pressure's going to be on Washington this next year. That front office is on the hot seat. Ron Rivera is on the hot seat. They have got to have a good year this year. The pressure is on you as a front office and as a coaching staff. Why would you not do this? Kind of rejuvenate the fan base. Get them fired up. Get Lamar Jackson to Washington. You have not had a good quarterback in Washington in a very long time. Carson Wentz was a disaster. You have an opportunity to put all that in the rearview mirror. Go get Lamar Jackson. Sam Howell looked good, but that was one game. You cannot tell me that one game is why you're not signing, or at least pursuing, Lamar Jackson. Number 3 on my list is the Atlanta Falcons. And the Falcons have been a team linked to Lamar maybe more than anybody else. But for some odd reason, they're apparently out on Lamar Jackson, which makes no sense. Why would Atlanta not be interested? And I just said that earlier with Sam Howell, them kind of being committed to Sam Howell. It feels like the Falcons are kind of feeling the same way about Desmond Ridder. And I like Ridder. He definitely showed some promise in those 4 starts, but he is not proven. Lamar Jackson makes a lot of sense for this Atlanta team, and that is arguably the weakest division in football. If you trade for Lamar Jackson, you're the clear favorite in the South, and maybe even a favorite to win the NFC. Atlanta should absolutely do this and at least show interest in Lamar Jackson. Number 2, could be a dark horse, but also could be the favorite. The Detroit Lions. And the Lions, they're getting good. They're the favorites right now to win that division. And I think they should go all in. The Lions, the team they have right now, and they had one of the best offenses in the league last year in football. If you add Lamar Jackson to this team, they go from playoff contender to Super Bowl contender. And I like Jared Goff a lot. I probably am higher on Jared Goff than most people are. But you got to look yourself in the mirror and ask this question for the Detroit Lions. Am I going to win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff? Probably not. Am I going to win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson? Yeah, maybe multiple Super Bowls. The Lions should go all in. Maybe offer Goff 2 first-round picks in a package. They can probably still hold on to one of their 2 first-round picks this year and still get the deal done. So I think the Lions should go after Lamar Jackson. Are the Lions the favorites to win the NFC if they get Lamar Jackson? 1 for yes, 0 for no down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. 1 for yes, 0 for no. Number 1 on my list. This is shocking, but it's the team that I have seen linked to Lamar the most here in the last couple of days, and that is the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Colts are in a position right now that they're kind of in a tough spot because the Panthers traded up. They have the number 1 overall pick. They're going quarterback. Number 2 overall pick is the Texans. They're going quarterback. The top 2 quarterbacks have kind of separated themselves. C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young, at least my clear-cut top 2 quarterbacks in this draft. And I just don't feel very good about any other quarterback in this entire draft class. So if you're the Colts, and there's still no guarantee you're going to be able to get Richardson at 4 because some team might trade up to 3 to get Richardson. And you're like, not sold on Will Levis or Tanner McKee or anybody else. Lamar Jackson makes a lot of sense. And the Colts have been on this quarterback carousel for so many years. And I just think they're tired of it. And they just might say, screw it. We're not drafting Will Levis. He's not proven. He's not, he showed inconsistencies in college. We're going to go after Lamar. And I could absolutely see Jim Irsay doing that. I could 100% see Chris Ballard doing that, ending all this quarterback carousel stuff, trying to go out and get Lamar Jackson. The Indianapolis Colts, number 1 on my Lamar destinations list. Who is the best fit for Lamar Jackson? Let me know down in the comments section. The best fit for Jackson. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments.